We are getting to it. We're to
Good
it right
morning,
now.
buddy.
Good morning, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, pal.
Buddy.
Oh, friends. Welcome,
My guy.
everyone, to what episode is this? 25. Hey, we'll talk about that in a minute. Welcome to episode 25 of the Road Dog Coffee Podcast. You know, we're here for caffeinated shenanigans once again. I like your hat there, Spencer. Just noticed that. We're going to talk about that here in a minute.
I got one cigar, too, for you, if you want one. Nice, heavy, thick embroidering. Yeah.
All right, cool. Everybody gets free. All the viewers of the show get free hats today. Courtesy. Courtesy. Hit that share, like, and subscribe.
They make a donation to the road coffee, the coffee fund. We can do that.
All right. Hey, everyone, go fill your cups up. We'll be back here in a second. All right, man. What a deal. What a deal. Good morning there, JR.
Let's talk about this hat. And let's compare
Let's not. I was just joking.
Who's got the better looking hat? Road Dog Coffee or PMA?
I have to say, I'm a supporter of Nick's hat.
What the hell?
I didn't see you. I didn't see you there, Nick. I'm sorry. You were blending in the background.
I prefer the only trade hat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nah, that's a cheap.
But between you two, I like that PMA hat, man. I mean, yours just says coffee.
Yeah, it just says coffee.
It just says coffee.
It'd be better if it said moose shit.
Yeah,
I can do that. There's a T-shirt coming for that.
I keep hearing about that.
Yeah. Another one the good old wife made.
You got your cup, don't you?
She made me. I love this thing.
Adam?
No, I didn't get my cup.
Oh, man.
Are you sure about that?
I'm cold, dead man. Ass. I have not gotten my cup.
It showed delivered.
I'm sure it did.
Have you talked to
guy says delivered?
Have I talked to who?
Your next door neighbor said, "Hey, Mr. Neighbor, did you get my mail?
Did you get a moose shit cup?"
You're probably enjoying the hell out of that. Like, what the hell is this cup? Moose shit. Oh my God! Well, when we get done here, I'll check into it.
All right.
I can't have you going without your one of a kind cup, you know.
Well, it's now 3 of a kind. Let's be honest.
Well, that's true. It's 3 of a kind
now. Hi, Chad.
How are you, sir?
I'm just living the dream. How's my favorite snow Mexican?
Living the nightmare.
Yep. I'm glad it's not just me.
All you suckers are slinging freight, man.
It has been a week.
The only thing I'm slinging is L's, dude. There's nobody slinging anything other than L's.
That's right.
I quoted Elaine last week. I posted on LinkedIn about this. I quoted Elaine last Thursday. I got it awarded to me Monday morning. In 2 business days, that lane flipped $1,500. 2 business days. That doesn't happen. So, I mean, you got me. I just told the customer, like, look, if it was $200, I'd eat it all day long. My fault. I'm not eating $1,500. Sorry.
Well, back when I had Allstate Express, we ate $40,000.
Well, you're a nerd. That's why you don't have Allstate Express anymore.
No, that's because we had a tractor driver that came over from the truckload industry, and he went AWOL on a load that was for Cummins Diesel out of Indiana, and
you shut the line down.
It was shut down freight. The CEO and everybody. It was some kind of a new engine. It was coming out of Whitaker's, North Carolina, and it was going to Indiana. And all the C-level folks were going to be there. It was a new engine or something. It's like 19,000 pounds or whatever all this freight was. But anyway, he was a great guy. He just thought he could shut down and go to sleep. He unplugged his Qualcomm. We couldn't find him. He was in the vicinity, but we had one of our other drivers that
Unplugged his
just got up.
Qualcomm.
He rode around, unplugged his Qualcomm. He didn't want to be bothered.
That is
And-
100%.
Yeah, he was gone after
Right.
that. But we had one of our guys riding around trying to find him. We finally located the guy, and by that time, Cummins is like, we're doing over $2 million in business with you, and we need this freight now. So here's what you're going to do. That truck is not going to come to Indiana. It's going to go to Bristol, Tennessee. I think it was Bristol, and it's going to catch a flight, and you're going to fly it to Indiana. So we had to charter a plane for the majority of that freight, and it was like almost 40 grand, and we had to truck the rest of it.
That's a
Unreal,
hell
man.
of a fuck up.
Yeah.
That is a hell of a fuck up.
Yep. So there was a DC-9, I think it was. They had the charter or something, but yeah,
Oof.
can't remember, or DC-10 maybe. Yeah, it wasn't. It was. Listen, to save a $2 million account, would you spend 40 grand? Yeah, you should.
Oh.
I would think so.
Yeah,
I would think you'd
100%.
want to,
100%.
And we saved it, thank God. So
This customer came back. That at first they're like, "Oh, we can't do that." I'm like, "I understand. Go with the next person on your waterfall." They came back to me the next morning. Can you cover it at your new rate? And I did.
well, that's good.
But it's just none of the rating tools are worth a damn right now. And I think
No, I'll
Pacer-
t- it's been a minute since I've been in the trenches, but I've always found the biggest error when it comes to using rating tools is we look at it like a live tool instead of a history book, because they only show us what happened already.
Well,
You know, I know there's some more-
I'm quoting above, right? I get what you're saying, but I go above that and say, okay, well, if it was this last week, it's probably this week. But
Yeah,
in this market, I had a load going 119 miles, paying $20 a mile, and I could not cover it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Like
so let me ask you this: when you're in those situations like that, and I'm sure you know this, are you already exhausting all the local P&D guys? The local companies,
stuff like that. It's not P&D. Like that was a helicopter.
Right,
I can't put that on a Sprinter van.
Yeah, no. Well, P&D. They got straight trucks, tractors too. Local, Carter guys. But
No, I finally one of
that
my
was
assets. Shout out Rodney Baker. One of my assets jumped on it for me, went and picked it up at his own peril just to make sure that we service the customer.
yeah,
But man, it was a rough few days. I'm ready for this week to be over.
I'm sure. Where was the load going from too?
Yeah,
You-
Chad
you only
just
got-
said in
you
chat,
only got-
Houston's awful.
Yeah, dude. I got some local stuff picking up at Terminal Link going just Houston. 27 miles.
Terminal
um,
sucks.
These things they usually come off quick, but they're not flying off my board as quick this time.
Houston is an anomaly right now. I had a load. Normally we would pay 15 to 1800 for Houston to Tuscaloosa. I had one the other day that I could not get moved, paying $3,500. The rates are insane, and it's like the feds came in and vaporized 200,000 trucks. Like they're just gone. It's not just fuel. Fuel is up, yes, but fuel doesn't do this. Like there are no trucks, and they are. It's a freaking premium, man. I dare say it's COVID times 1,000 right now.
Sounds like it. Well, fuel, fuel's just, it's back up to where it was in the Biden era.
Yeah.
It's right back where it used to be.
Well, but it is starting to come down a little bit. Last couple of weeks,
so it shouldn't be too much of a shock.
Of like 25 cents from its peak on the national average. But it's going to be interesting to see how this how this tenuous ceasefire holds,
Well,
Well,
whether or not
I agree with Adam, man. Like, I mean, fuel has nothing to fucking do with this. It has zero to do with anything except the rates. Nothing. The capacity has been gone since December. It was just eradicated when the ELP thing and the non-domiciled, all this stuff. Matter of fact, the guy that we had on our show last night, Ernest, he fled the Ukraine when the war started, came over here. A buddy of his put him through school, taught him how to drive with him pulling flatbed freight. He drove for a little bit, and then when that stuff happened last year, it took him off the road. And along with they weren't saying this on the show, but I'm along with some other folks that they knew too. But like it's just gone. It doesn't matter how much you're paying people. Like when there's no truck in the area, or when there's not enough trucks in the area, there's not enough trucks in the area. Fuel doesn't matter. The freight's going to run. Fuel could be $20 a gallon tomorrow, and it's going to put a blip in the supply chain, and that's only until everyone adjusts to it and the rates start going up.
Well,
I mean, everyone's dealing with stuff. I got customers right now. They got freight coming out their ears, man. Nobody can move it. Nobody can move it.
I've got freight coming out my ears. I have customers that are checking in with me every day. Do you have any trucks for me today? Nope. Okay, just let me know. Let me know what it's going to take to get it moved. We've got to get the freight moved.
Yeah. One thing I don't, the one thing that's unfortunate with the industry is removing all the capacity. That's going to allow for a lot of the big carriers to gobble up other carriers and start cannibalizing the rate.
It's gonna shrink things down. I don't think any of us
acquiring smaller carriers.
I don't think any of us had
monopolizing
an inkling of a true idea of just how affected the trucking industry was by non-doms and ELPs.
And I kind of disagree with you a little bit, Spencer. Like you would have to be really, really stupid as a mega carrier to do what you're saying. I mean, because if these people didn't learn their lesson during COVID, because man, that is exactly kind of what this looks like. It really does. Yeah. I agree with Adam with that. A lot of people saying this is everything that's happening right now is what we saw with the COVID thing. And what did everyone do? Oh, let's go dump a couple $100 million into buying a bunch of shit that we think we need right now that in a year is not going to matter and it's going to cause our bankruptcy. So I'm with Adam. I don't know which one he said it. It is going to cause a shrinking, but I don't think it's going to be because they're going to start buying up people. A lot of folks now, man, like I've heard a lot of carriers in this Facebook group I'm in and on some of these boards that they're talking it's ironic that they're literally talking about going back to like the way things were in regulation. And what I mean in the sense of that is everyone's like, man, I'm just running this one area. It's just not worth it to me to keep messing with the fuel prices. I know in this one area, fuel consistently stays between this amount per gallon and this amount per gallon. Yeah. And like, I mean, I was talking to a guy last night in a Facebook group that he was on a post about a load going to California or coming from California. And he's like, man, I have done nothing but coast to coast. I think it was the last 15 years. He's like, that's all I do. I don't do 200-mile loads, 300-mile loads. I do coast to coast because that's what pays me the most and I like it. Mm-hmm. And he says even he's had to stop that because now going to California, he's like, it's not worth it to me. He's like, I make good coming out, but he's like, get fuel over there, diesel $7, $8, $9 a gallon, depending on where you're at. He's like, unless you're paying me $6, $7 a mile to come out of there, he's like, it's just not worth it. So even he, after all this time, has had to change what he's doing simply because of that. So
I know a lot of the carriers that I used to work with as a dispatcher, they've done the same thing. They used to run basically east of 35 for the entire time I've known them, and I've been dispatching for them for years. And now they're regionalizing themselves, trying to keep themselves solely within 2 or 3 states or within one state even, because for them, it just pays a lot better to be able to run these shorter runs for a higher rate per mile and minimize the impact of fuel costs on themselves. I think we are back to those days, and good luck finding the cross-country carrier, because they are rare. And since interlining is illegal, because it's essentially double brokering, since interlining is illegal, we've got, as an industry, we've got some questions we need to be asking ourselves.
I think
I still
you'll
say it's an
see.
opportunistic opportunity for people to gobble some people up, just to
I think
kinda
you'll
create a
see.
monopoly.
I think you'll see cross country relays happening a lot more,
Yeah.
John. Some of these companies will take advantage of that opportunity and they'll relay stuff
dropping
cross
hooks.
country. Yep.
Well,
Kind of like
as long as
kind
it's
of like the
run on the
LTO
same
network.
DOT number,
Yeah,
as long
no,
as
but
it's under the same DOT number, like your Landstars, etc., then okay, yeah, I get that. But if you hand it off to somebody who has a different DOT number, sorry guys, that's double brokering.
well,
And
you'll
I don't know many
see the
people that
likes
don't
of
see it.
like Werner PowerLink
Mm-hmm.
will put trailers and terminals in points across the country so that they may switch drivers within PowerLink 3 or 4 times. Now those drivers are owner operators that are their own MC, but they're working with PowerLink exclusively. I think you'll see that. I think you'll see Werner put in terminals from California to New York every 600-700 miles, and then you'll see different drivers pick up and relay the loads.
Yeah.
That's basically how we lived throughout 2015 to the COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been I think it's been crazy. It used to be you could post a California load and your freaking phone tree would absolutely light up. I mean, you would have 50 calls
Mhm.
in 2 minutes, and now,
Not so much.
dude, the phones are dead. They are dead.
Like,
And
I
you're
remember,
just
I remember back in the day when U.S. Express they were just using the hell out of rail.
this highlights two things, man, in my opinion, and I'm not going to go political on this, so I hope we don't take it that direction. But I think that it does two things. A, this shows how much this industry depended on immigrant labor. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like a lot of other blue collar jobs, and it shows that the American person, I guess you could say, I don't want to say man, but so the American person has lost interest in another blue collar industry. Trucking, you know what I mean? Like look at the impact this just had. I mean, if we still had young men and women aspiring to be truck drivers, you know what I mean, and make good money, make a career out of it, like I intended to do, and like others on here had tended to do, and still are doing, then it wouldn't have been such an issue. So yeah, this thing highlighted two problems that we really weren't thinking we were going to see out of this.
like it's Darwin's law, right? Or Newton's law. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. I mean, I don't think anybody was forward thinking enough to say, okay, if we stop ELPs and non-domiciles right now, how many trucks is that going to take out? What is that going to do to the supply chain?
But
Do I think it needed to
Adam,
happen? Yes, I think it needed to happen. It's a safety issue. If you can't read road signs and you can't understand what's going on, you don't need to be behind the wheel of an 80,000-pound missile. But I think instead of just completely terminating every one of those guys and deporting most of them, maybe we put them through an English language proficiency class and we teach them and we get them back out on the roads. I don't know the answer, just thinking out loud, but right now, I mean, in the last 45 days, I think they've taken 50,000 trucks.
Well, ELP is not nearly as big an issue as the non-domicile. The non-domicile is what we're seeing all the trucks come out of the market for. Now, yes, screening platforms are highlighting when an ELP violation takes place, and there are brokers like, oh, well, he had an ELP violation. That company's crap. I get that, but the capacity crunch is really because of the non-domicile CDLs. Yeah, what was it? Indiana cut 15,000 CDLs this week?
Oh, I hadn't heard. Wouldn't surprise me.
What about how much they're threatening to withhold from New York? How many licenses are they talking about in New York?
God only knows. God only knows.
And you have to factor this. This goes. Adam brought up a good point. Put them through an ELP class. Put them through something. Train people. You don't necessarily have to wipe the walls with everybody that's there just because they don't speak English. Just because We have a major training issue in this fucking industry. I don't care what anybody says. Get me any new person that's coming straight out of one of these mandatory schools, and they can't even tell you where the fuck the height sticker is. They can barely tell you how to slide their tandems, and God knows what else. I have one that we just hired. She's got a Class A, fresh out of school. She can't even back the truck up and do an open dock with nothing around her. How the fuck did she pass the road test? She's a sweetheart, though. She's trying. But we have a major, major training issue, and they're paying how many thousands of dollars per student at these stupid schools?
Mm-hmm.
Pay to play, baby. Pay to play.
Yep.
I am glad FMCSA is actually going and investigating these schools and shutting them down when they don't meet the standard. I think it's about freaking time. It should have happened.
And they need to get a fucking standard and quick.
Oh, the standards are out there.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, John. I was just about to say, just like everything else in our industry, man, the standards are already there. Everything is already in place. Just that's it. Nobody's enforcing it. That's the only problem, bro. It's just like a lot of other problems.
It's a whole new ballgame with our current administrator at the FMCSA. It's a whole new ballgame.
It is, man. But like here's the reality of that situation too. And I don't like to be a Debbie Downer. I'm just a super realist. Is, dude, I mean, we have 2 years possibly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we know how it is. Everyone comes in office, they like to fucking change everyone for absolutely no reason other than the fact that they can, whether they're doing a good job or not. So we're under a time crunch here, in my opinion, and I think they're doing a really good job. They have got a lot of momentum going, trying to get a lot of things passed. The SAFER Act, Corca, the Delilah's Law, all these things that they're doing really good. But I hope we accomplish a lot of this stuff and get actual things on the books that cannot be reversed within the next 2 years, because if not, we don't know where we're going to be. All of Duffy and Bars, all those people. I know Bars is a hired position, but you know what I'm saying, John. You played that game before. So yeah, that's the only thing I hope, man. I think we're moving in a fantastic place. And they're talking with people like Dell and John and Danielle, Justin, like all these folks that we all know that are in the industry facing the problem, that are having an input, I think is equally amazing. I hope we accomplish everything we want to accomplish within the next 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, JR touched on something I wanted to touch on, and that's, trucking's not glamorous anymore, but it's also it's not glamorous, but also I personally think, and I'm sure a lot of the guys here on this show think, that drivers are treated like absolute dog crap. They don't have a good place where they can get wholesome, nutritious food anymore. Like, it's all fast food. It's all Arby's and Subways and Burger Kings. Like, they took away the places where you could get a good, decent, quote unquote.
Well, you look at all your truck stops.
Sit down and have a meal.
Yeah,
all your truck stops are filled with Burger King and Wendy's.
They're stuck in their trucks. They're all, they've all got sleep apnea, diabetes, congestive heart failure. Like, they're significantly overweight. And I'm not it's all is not true, but there are a lot out there. I mean, it is plaguing the trucking industry right now.
Too many.
And then you go to the shippers and receivers, and they can't even get out to use the freaking bathroom. Who the hell wants to be a truck driver?
We actually have to have a law before our useless ass Congress right now that says truckers can use the bathroom at the place they're delivering shit to. What the fuck kind of world do we live in?
Yeah, I mean, it's basic human decency.
Mm-hmm.
It costs you minimal money to build a driver's lounge in your warehouse where guys can use the bathroom and sit down and watch some TV.
Most of them already have it because they have to have a place for check-in.
Can I be the devil's advocate here? I don't know who else. I know Spencer kind of sort of drove. So I hate to say it, man. As someone that was out there 10 years, a lot of this stuff, drivers did this shit to themselves.
Okay.
Hold on. I mean, I'm not going to be that way, but I do disagree with the law. We shouldn't have to have a law for people to do stuff. But I mean, here is evident. Go walk in any truck stop and tell me that you think that place is clean, and I mean, just go to some of these shippers things, the way some of these drivers have treated these places. Walmart just didn't wake up one day and be like, we hate truck drivers, don't ever park here again. That just didn't happen overnight. It happened because they got sick and tired of cleaning up trash and people parking where they don't belong. And I get the whole parking problem, but here's the other part of that. Consideration is a part of being human, right? I mean, if you were going to Walmart and you had your kids with you and your baby and you had to park 2 rows down in the freaking rain and walk over your kid because some a-hole truck driver took up a spot in the Walmart, you'd be mad too. So I will say that. And even me as a driver, I used to piss me off the way that we got treated, but then I would walk 30 feet and see some driver throwing his bag of trash in the middle of the park. And I'm like,
where's mattress?
Yep. Like that's exactly why we do it.
In our yard, we would have guys, because we use owner operators, and I mean they were exclusive to us, but I mean we would have back there behind us in the woods. I mean, they would throw old tires, mattress back there, and stuff like that. And
but they also like
but
they don't take pride. They don't take pride in themselves a lot either. I don't know who was it posted this, but they'd post something of not too long ago. It was a picture of some truck drivers from like the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. And all of these guys had like blue jeans on, tucked in shirts, nice shoes or boots or whatever it was. Like they
were more of a respectful bunch back then.
Yeah, like I mean, they had pride in their appearance and stuff. And I think stuff like that goes a long way too. And I'm not trying to be a thing on drivers, but I just want to say there's a realist out there. Like if we won't change, like in the military, we had a term. It was called policing your battle buddy, which that means if you see your partner doing something stupid, go police them up, man. Go round them up and say, hey, man, don't be doing that stuff. That shit's not right. We're all going to end up getting punished because you're the one being a dumb. So, I say that. So, like, we can have the laws and stuff, but we also have to police each other up in this industry. And that goes beyond it. Brokers, too, man. Brokers, too. I try to educate when these TQL fools reach out to me and be like, hey, man, can I do your freight? Nah, bro, I don't do illegal operations. Well, co-brokering isn't illegal. Yeah, potato, broski. You know what I mean? Like, let me school you real quick. This is not how you get yourself further in this career, and this is a bad way to be starting things off, doing things the wrong way. So it goes further than just the drivers, right? But there you go. We can have all the laws we want, but we also got to police ourselves, man, and make sure we're all doing the right shit.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we do, because there's a lot of good drivers out there, but back in the day of regulation, I mean, you had more of a, I'm not gonna say more of a professional minded driver, but just things were different back then, the way of thinking. But when the industry deregulated, it opened up the door for anybody to come into it, and I think that it just somehow down the road, years down the road, it just kind of got discombobulated and just turned into what it is today. But yeah, I mean, I think everybody needs to do their part. Drivers need to do their part, make sure they keep areas clean. Don't take advantage of things and trash another person's property. But yeah, you got a lot of them out there, man. All they do is sit in that seat and they become bitter and just, piss and vinegar, and it's unfortunate.
I mean, not for nothing. If you look at any public restroom, they're pretty much all destroyed. It might be a human being.
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, unfortunately, but I think Mitchell here hit it on the thing. And this is what we all talk about, right? The barrier to entry for this industry, period. Not just drivers, man. I mean, brokers, dispatchers. Like, this industry has just been like inundated with idiots for so long now.
Don't talk about Spencer like that. He's right here.
Idiots is being nice.
I mean, it is, but the barrier to entry, it's really lowered. I mean, and even with me, I can say, like, when I got my CDL, I think I found a loophole in it. I didn't technically go to school at all. I went to school in the Army, but that meant nothing out here in the real world. At the time, the law was you pass the written test, you pass the driving test, you get a CDL. That's what the law was. And I did that. I did it, and they gave me a CDL. So, I scooted through, and I'm sure others have, but, I think the barrier entry is low, and it should be higher. And like brokers, too. I don't know who has said it, but I feel like you should have to have like a broker, like actual license, not just an authority, like some type of license. Like go take like a test or something. You know what I mean? That says,
like,
hey,
like a real estate license.
yeah, exactly, dude. You know, yeah, because
And
there you go.
on that point,
When the
you-
barrier was lower,
brought
it
up
became
this-
the quick,
Oh,
it became
hold-
the quick get rich industry. You know, that's what it. You know.
Nick, what are you saying? Hold on, Nick don't talk much. So I want to hear what Nick has to say.
Nick
doesn't
that's
talk
what I can
much.
speak intelligently about. I'm glad you brought that part up because I was going to mention it when we were talking pricing. The fact that 20 years ago or 15 years ago when I got in this business, there was a couple big brokerage places, but largely there was just a bunch of startups, handful of people, handful of sales reps here and there. But in the last like 10 years, especially with all the private equity money, especially since post-pandemic that poured into this business, there are tens of thousands of 22-year-old kids who have never seen a landline before who are dispatching these trucks. And they're all selling these customers these fucking pie in the sky fake ass prices because the rep doesn't know shit. So they're artificially either inflating or deflating the market, whichever way that's actually going now.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be intentionally or just a lack of experience, they're putting these truckers in these jams because the reps are trying to fit that square peg into a round hole. So they're maybe not giving all the right information, right? Like it's not just a fact that they let a bunch of people in to drive the trucks. There's even more of them who are the ones who are help getting and securing these loads. And those people know how to do less than the drivers who barely went to school for it themselves. I mean, it's a systemic problem.
Nick, have you ever seen
it's an evolution based off of the internet age. There's no way of going back to the old way of doing things. The internet has changed everything irrevocably. So now we have to figure out what is the new norm. What is the new way to be professional? We spend so much time going on podcasts and talking to each other in different electronic formats that we've stopped seeing each other in person. I mean, back when I was driving, we used to hang out at the truck stop and actually talk to other people doing similar stuff. Hey, who you been working with lately? What you been up to? Hey, have you had this problem before? And we used to share stories. We used to learn from each other. It doesn't happen anymore. Everyone just sits in their cab, messes with their freaking Facebook or whatever, when they're on their break. They don't sit down and talk to human beings anymore. This is what we have evolved into. How do we fix it?
Have you ever seen a Wall Street trading floor?
On TV.
All right. So if you look at a Wall Street trading floor atmosphere, or even doesn't have to be the Wall Street trading floors. I mean, it could be like, you saw the movie, the one with Leonardo DiCaprio. Wolf Wall. Yeah, you've seen those kind of movies where it's just, big open room. You got all these gung ho young kids, zero experience, just
Boiler rooms,
hammering the phone. That's exactly what this industry's kind of migrated to. Because you look at the big brokerage houses, and I've been in a lot of them, and it's just a wide open floor, and anybody's getting hired, you just pound the phones. It's all about profitability, and it's all, I think some of it's driven by greed and profits. I mean, you got to have profits, right? But they lost sight. When you allow an element like that into an industry, there's going to be a lot of issues, and it's just and that's when safety just goes straight out the door. Nobody cares because it's just a book, and there's not a lot of thought that goes into it.
Well, I think some of this is going to change thanks to Delilah's law. Once that passes, and I do think it'll pass before everyone starts thinking about their re-election cycle. Once that passes, then the foreign dispatchers have a clock on them. The law says that there's a 1 year period to phase out, but once that 1 year period is gone, they're done. And the worst part is that it's the carrier who's using them who's going to suffer for it. The fine for using a foreign dispatcher once that grace period expires is $50,000 per occurrence. Now, here's the other side. Does FMCSA get back their ability to levy civil fines? If they can get that back, thanks to hopefully Corca will do that. If they get that back, you better believe the days are long.
Who's echoing?
You.
I don't know who's that going.
I don't know.
By
I'm
the
gonna
way,
say-
Spencer, it's not a little bit about greed and profitability. It's almost 100% about greed and profitability.
Oh, it is.
That's
almost
that's
exclusively.
100% why those decisions are made. The companies are built around them. That's why we hire cheap and experienced help. That's
Yep.
why we're not training them, because training costs money.
Throw them to the
There's-
wolves. Just hire any kid
there's
off the
some-
street. Throw them to the wolves.
Gone in 3 months.
Lack of training, and make as much money off these kids as we can. We could pay them peanuts, and promise them this pie in the sky. Then they start, because I've seen it happen. I mean, I can tell.
And
I've
it's
seen it
on the
happen.
job
And
training,
They
which
start
means
making
Walmart.
money. They start doing well for themselves, and then guess what? Booted out the door, and the next young buck comes in that they can pick up cheap to replace him, and the guy that's really starting to do well and shine, he's
And
gone.
they're-
Mhm.
Yeah, and their teacher is the person who was there a week before them.
Yeah.
The
The Walmart approach. Oh, you've been here a day longer than me. You must be the boss.
Yeah.
I call that,
And that's what,
now
a lot of the drivers get screwed out there because, they negotiate them and nickel and dime them straight to the freaking bottom. Fuck what the driver wants to make. Who gives a shit about him or her and their families and their
Yes,
college
wrong
tuitions and all the bills
equipment,
they've got?
Wrong information. Send them
You
the
know.
wrong address. Don't worry about
So
truck
total
parking.
bullshit.
listen, it ain't just that, it's the entire industry. Do you wonder why it takes so long to load and unload a truck at a stop?
Mhm.
It's because some cheap fuck is getting a really big bonus to keep his labor costs so innately down that he has the shittiest crew out there while he's sitting in an office not managing this. John, we talked about this when my wife hijacked your podcast. Yeah, sorry, it's still funny to me. I know you guys probably hated it, but that shit was funny.
Oh no, I loved it, but that's another story.
I need to see that episode, but we'll talk later.
It was probably the best part of the show because we all know I suck as a guest, as you can say. But what you think is everybody's looking at, how can I save a buck now without wondering how much that is going to cost them down the line? My last job before I moved out here to Vegas, they were notorious for the retreaded tire. Now, what I found out when I did a little digging is one retread, was cheaper. But in the end, you got, for the same price as a new tire, actually less, you would have gotten a new tire for less than 3 retreads and 2 service calls because the retread blew its tread out there on the road. Okay, so you're thinking cheap now, but what's cheaper in the long run? You are not actually doing something that's called a cost-benefit analysis. You're only thinking about what your freaking bonus check looks like right now because you're within budget today.
This is a business. This is a business you're trying to run. I don't care if you're an owner-operator. I don't care if you're a one-guy broker. I don't care if you're part of a large brokerage team or a large carrier fleet. It's a business. You have to manage it like a business. You're absolutely right. You have to analyze your costs. You have to know what your cost per mile is. Do you know how many times somebody called me to dispatch them and I asked them, hey, what's your average cost per mile? They have no fucking clue. None.
Mm-hmm.
It drives me insane because people don't.
So John, tell people who are listening, how do you figure out that average per mile? How do you figure that out?
Well, there are actually a couple great apps for that, but I won't. I'll let them plug for themselves. No, what you basically do is you're going to take your fixed costs. That would be the cost for your truck. That would be your cost for maintenance. I had always allocated, back when I was driving, it was 10 cents a mile for maintenance. I think you're crazy if you're not doing at least 30 cents a mile for maintenance. Then you factor in your labor, whatever that labor cost is, because even if you're an owner operator, you got to pay yourself. So you got to factor that cost in. You factor in
Insurance.
your fuel, which is part of your variable cost, insurance. And the more miles you run, you dilute your fixed costs. So longer runs pay less because they know you're diluting your fixed costs.
Could I jump in here? John? And if you don't mind, man, because make this simple. No, because I love this. Cost per mile is my favorite thing. and someone actually said, perfect. Man, Josh, sometimes, Josh, I swear to God, you're a smart person. There is no such thing as an average CPM. It's just
Correct.
it's just a CPM. But I want to kind of elaborate on that. There. Thank you. That's the key right there. It fluctuates. There is no forever cost per mile. And when you figure out your cost per mile, everything that John says is correct. But I'm gonna add to it. It is everything that it takes to run your business, i.e., your truck. It is every scale ticket, every bottle of every jug of oil, every oil change, every wiper blade, every blinker bulb. It is every single thing that it takes to make your business operate and that truck go down the highway. That's what you do. And then, like John said, you take it and you do some math on it and you average it out. And you should do that on, I would say, best case scenario, quarterly basis. You could probably get away with biannual on that. And that's because fuel is always going to change. Your insurance is going to change. Your truck payment and stuff, like John said, isn't going to move much. But a lot of other things in your life are variable costs. Your oil changes are going to be different everywhere. Tires are going to fluctuate, So it is literally everything that it takes to run your truck. And you need to consistently do it. But John is 100% ahead. Like I have never only dispatched for some friends, but then we knew what their cost per mile was. But very few people even understand that. They think it's so hard to figure out, but it's not. Like our friend Jimmy, AccuBid Pro, you could go download the AccuBid Pro app. Jimmy has an amazing job done with that. We got another friend, Trucker G. He's got a thing out there called For Truckers by Truckers. That's got a cost per mile calculator on it. So there's tons of tools out there for you to figure it out. So, but yeah, sorry. I know that was a long thing, but people don't understand the importance of this.
On how often you do it. I in this market, I would do it at least weekly. At least.
Oh, hey, what, John, whatever. There you go. But hey, take John's advice over mine. Weekly, I would agree with weekly. I'm just being easy because, I mean, most folks aren't going to take the time. But hey, once you have the formula down, it really is just simple. Even if you do it yourself, you just put it in a spreadsheet and then do everything to where when you enter a new number, it just automatically calculates it. And you can go to YouTube and watch Excel formulas. They're pretty easy to learn. But you can just do that. Once you have the formula down, you can just plug all your numbers in there any day or night. I mean, if fuel goes up 5 cents, you just change average fuel 5 cents, boom, and your whole cost per mile and everything changes. And you can do 7 different ones. I met a guy, he literally said he did a net cost per mile and like a gross cost per mile. And I think his net was all of his fixed cost, or what he could consider fixed costs, his truck payment, his insurance, his trailer payment, like his base bills. He was like, if I lose everything else, this is what I have to keep the lights on, basically. You know what I mean? Like, that was his whole thing. So I thought that was pretty smart too. He's like, hey, I know what it costs if my truck just sits. And I know what it costs as my truck is moving down the road. And I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good thing to have. But he did it all on a spreadsheet. So yeah. There you go.
Then they got to factor in like all their fixed bills at home.
Boom. JR agrees with
how much money
John.
they got to have above that CPM and to live.
Mitch says Lane Metrics app. Thank you, Mitch.
Yeah.
Sorry, Spencer. I'm just reading comment. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
Just don't count the lot lizards in the
I like that.
That's right. That's right.
You need to. It's everything.
That is not a fixed cost.
That goes in the entertainment column on your book.
That goes in the entertainment column along with the urgent care visit, Pedro. Don't forget that.
The urgent care bill, yes.
Hey Mitchell, I know spreadsheets are a thing of the past, but we're all old guys here. Okay, we're all old guys here. I still do spreadsheets. I love spreadsheets, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're awesome.
So on that lot lizard thing, it is an entertainment cost, and you can write off the medicine that you're going to need.
That's what I just said. Like you have to add in the urgent care medication.
Yeah.
I think you probably take that out your
medicine for that.
Out your what do they call the HSA, your health savings account? Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yeah,
I don't know what jumped up out of my cab and bit me.
Jenny, we agree. We all agree with that. We have said that many times. We are just kind of talking about that a little bit ago. Like you should definitely have some type of training before you become
So
an owner
do
operator.
guys count as lot lizards too? Like the
I don't know,
men
I'm sure they
ones
do.
out
Man.
there. What do you call them?
Same thing as lot lizard. Same. I mean, it's a gender fluid term, Spencer. God dang,
I
coming
know
to
that.
21st
It's a
century.
service. It's not a noun. It's a service.
Yeah.
I think we need to come up with a new name for dudes and truck stops like that.
No, I think lot lizards covers it, Spencer.
Yeah.
I don't think there's
It-
you know there's
it-
no
it's gonna-
reason on reinventing the fucking wheel here, buddy.
certain things don't need to change.
I
That might just be one of them.
Dude, Spencer's like a woman. He just always has to change everything, you know. It's just can't just never leave well enough alone. Oh, look at this perfectly functioning thing. Let me change it for absolutely no reason at all.
Hey, you got to keep it interesting, man. You know.
Oh man, Lord have mercy. What is this? Damn, we've been talking for 45 minutes. Holy shit, doesn't seem like that long.
Yeah, we haven't even done news or anything like that yet.
We don't do
Jeez.
news really on this show. The news is real time with us, bro. Like you want to talk about news, look something up. We'll talk about it.
What have you got, John, for news? You got any updates? Anything you want to share?
No. Actually, I do. I know that a theft ring was broken up in Texas last week.
I heard about that.
Theft ring. I think we all heard about the two semis that were loaded with $400,000 worth of stolen cars that were on the way to Honduras. Well, Texas has taken it a step further. Texas authorities had really gone after that ring and have recovered yet another 15 stolen vehicles in a raid. So they are all over the stolen vehicle thing. And that same group, it was the same group. They're trying to smuggle these cars going to Honduras. So this is kind of it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, that was a big deal. Really big deal.
Man, I completely derailed this whole thing with just by mentioning the.
No, sorry, but I'm typing, bro. I heard everything you said. I can't respond. So now it's just an awkward silence.
He's typing, he's trying to pull up the article so he can read.
No, man. I'm dealing with some billing stuff here. I don't want my team to close out this load because I'm trying to get set up direct with this customer here, but their AP is not answering their email, and I don't have a phone number, so I'm trying to get a phone number for them. I'm trying to tell my money people don't close the fucking load out, huh?
There's such a thing as a phone number for a lot of places anymore.
Yeah, I know, right?
There better be.
I hound people, bro. I do. Like there's certain things I don't like talking on the phone about. Like I'm not gonna lie, I hate making sales calls. Like it is like the bane of my existence as a broker. I fucking hate it. But like if I can just jump on the call and talk to you about anything else, I'm good with that. And I prefer that. I don't like text messaging. Like that, if all of you know me, if you text me, if a text message goes beyond like, if we start getting into long text messages, I call you. Like I'm not going to sit here and type out fucking Stephen King novels to you for the next hour. So I prefer getting on the phone. So I'm relentless about getting phone numbers, bro. Like, I do not. Email doesn't work. No one reads these things.
How many times have you seen the meme sitting out there on LinkedIn about give them a call? I sent him a text. Give them a call. I sent an email. Call the fucker.
Dude, now, see that I will do. Like I like my sales process. I will say this. I mean, everyone can say what they say, but like I send emails first and then I call, because to me it's an inawkward approach. You know, instead of calling, hey, this is Robert with so and so. You know, I move freight. Blah 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 blah. You know, yo, what's up? It's Robert. Did you give me an email? No, I didn't, man. Send it here.
There is something to be said by the multimedia approach, if you want to call it that. You know, sending the email or sending a text, then picking up the phone and calling them. You know, you kind of prefaced, hey, I'm about to get in touch with you. This is what I'm getting in touch with you about. Then you call them 5 minutes later. There is something to be said about the professionalism of doing that, but you're still giving them a call. You're still developing that relationship. You're still having that conversation. And it's so hard to develop a relationship over email. It just is. It's so unbelievably impersonal. How are you supposed to develop trust over an email? It doesn't.
I know, and it's so here's the backwardness with, I feel like, on this sales thing is, so you say that, which I agree with that, dude. I agree with that. The phone thing is great, and like you'll see shippers on like podcasts, or they'll do interviews at conventions or whatever. Like, what do you want? Well, I want to talk to someone. I want to develop a relationship. Da 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 da. Well, you know what you have to do to get that, Mr. and Mrs. Shipper? Answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude. I mean, fuck. And then here's the irony of it. Here's the part that gets me. Once you do get them on the phone, you talk to them one time, and then everything else for the rest of your life is through email, and they don't want to talk to you at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it is I don't get it, bro. The human mind is just something different, man. Yeah, I want to develop it. So there you go. I don't know.
So switch.
We evolve.
Do what?
We evolve.
Yeah,
and we evolved into a culture where if you talk, you only talk once.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks, in my opinion.
But switching gears. I mean, next week. So who's going to Large Cars and Guitars?
I am.
Yeah.
I will be in my office booking freight.
I will be in mine hunting double burgers.
I have been sentenced to the next 15 to 20 sitting at my desk.
Yeah. We'll have the coffee and cigar booths will be there hanging out with all the Bandit. He'll be doing autographs on the Smoking the Bandit bags. If somebody wants his autograph on there, and John Schneider's gonna be hanging out with us doing autographs.
Nice.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. And then the following week, and this is something, Chad, you should come to. It's May 16th. It's on a Saturday. It's in Randleman. It's a one-day event. It's a vintage car show that Richard Petty goes to a lot. Does do autographs and things, but we're gonna be there also for that too, because the Bandit's coming in for that too the very next week.
Now, Sage, we don't have a driver shortage.
So, Rob, can you put that back up for a sec?
Yeah,
because I'm gonna go on this one because I just went through this shit. Every one of you that knows me knows I've got 20 years, maybe a little more than that at this point, behind the fucking wheel. I move out here from New York to Vegas. I have 20 years, clean license, no bullshit. I can't even get past the fucking AI for a job interview. So, Sage, I'm sorry. We don't have a driver shortage. We have a screening issue and a hiring issue because we're too busy relying on a computer to read the resumes rather than actually paying somebody to look at the fucking things.
AI is going to save the world, John.
Call
Stop it.
someone.
AI is going to save the world, John. Stop it.
AI might save the world.
Just ask them. I get messages every day in my LinkedIn inbox talking about how AI is going to just save my job and make my life so much easier. Here, can you pay $10,000 a year?
It's going to replace a lot of jobs in brokers' houses. I can tell you that. It's going to replace a lot of jobs in the broker world.
Bullshit.
Yeah, the worst part is AI is a tool. AI is just a tool. And it's about how you can utilize that tool.
Send a link.
It should not be.
That'll be a fun one.
It should be providing them with useful information in a quick fashion so that they can make a more informed decision. But it still requires the human element to make the decision.
Yes.
You've got too many people. Look, I'm not here to say that AI can't be a help, but right now it's a hindrance. And if these people don't know. If these people don't know that it still takes a human to get behind it to make rational decisions, then I got nothing for them, man.
What you've got to look at is what the AI screening tool, whatever you care to call it, is looking at on an application is literally direct keyword matches from that job ad. It is not able or trained to look for synonyms. And that's the catch-22. So you have people not using the exact words from the ads that are getting past, not getting through the screening. They're getting thrown into the rejection fuck you pile, who they have all the qualifications just because they used synonyms or different words that mean the same thing. But the AI is not trained, nor does it have the ability to understand that. That is part of what they still have to train it to do.
Yeah.
But right now it's not, and that's where it goes. It's like I had to do it myself. I know you guys know Casey Stone. A lot of you, she's been telling me, that since she's been looking for a job, you literally have to make a new resume for every goddamn job application you put out, even if the two of them are two different companies with the same fucking title. Okay. And mind you, 20 years behind the wheel, I got 7 AI rejections from a goddamn garbage company to drive a garbage truck. And I've trained the drivers.
Let me ask you this question, John.
Yeah.
You got rejected online. Did you ever at any point go down to the office and talk to the manager and be like,
yeah, and you know what? They wouldn't let you in because of security. If you didn't have an appointment, security wouldn't let you pass.
That's insane.
So yes, I did, because it just happened to be 3 blocks from the job I had before I got the one that I have now. So I said, fuck this AI shit. Let me go down there. Couldn't get past security because I didn't have an interview appointment. So,
That's nuts, man. I think too many people are leaning too heavily on technology.
yes.
Again, just my humble opinion.
It's supposed to be there to help you, not take over or replace you.
Yeah.
And that's the argument. Like Spencer just said it. AI is going to replace a lot of people. You already have, I forget who it was. Shit, my kids just told me about it, but somebody just
Snap just laid off 1,000 people at Snap.
That was it. Yeah. That's the one my kids were just telling me about.
AI is going to replace them.
Yep, replace any jobs with AI.
It's going to replace them piss poorly.
As far as the brokers and stuff like that go in these big brokerage houses, I can tell you AI, they'll write it to where AI can interact with the driver, to give them all the information, email them, do everything. They'll automate everything. That's coming. It will.
The broker I work for has an AI that reaches out and does daily updates with the drivers, and whatever the response is from the drivers automatically populated into our system. Yeah. So we do have that, but it has not reduced the operations team. The operations team still has a bunch of duties. It saves them a little time. It helps them identify target areas they need to focus on. But again, it's a tool. It should never
eventually it's gonna replace a lot. It's gonna replace a lot of operations units. Just give it time, because it all comes back to what we said early on the show: profits
over people. That is what we live in right now.
It will come.
And guys, I would like to thank you for having me on once again.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump out, John.
We're winding down, so because Pedro's got work to do.
I do. I've been doing work this whole time.
Some of us are out here trying to solve the world's logistics problems.
No, bro. I know. I'm having good luck today, though. Bro. I do.
I had a great day yesterday. Like, I think I'd covered 10 loads by
later, John. Be good, homie.
Take care, guys.
John.
I think I'd covered 10 loads by 1 p.m. and I think I finished the day myself personal yesterday, 15 in.
Yeah, I was, man, it's crazy. Last week, I was slow all week last week, bro. Like, I mean, just couldn't get in. And I say slow because I couldn't get anything booked. Like, I had freight, I just couldn't get stuff booked. So I kept losing loads. But Friday, hit a stretch. And I don't know, this week's been going pretty good too, man. You know, like I will say,
up, dude, if I had a carrier sales rep right now, God.
I will.
I got to tell you though, guys, you need to hold on to your butts because you know it's coming a week and a half from now.
Oh, I don't really care about that shit. Who cares?
It's gonna be
I hate that crap. Who cares? I'm gonna say this right now. Cares if you call me and tell me you want $400 over because it's Blitz week, I'll hang the fucking phone up on you. I will hang the phone up on you. Here is my thing. If you need more money to be out there because during Blitz week, you shouldn't be driving anyway because your hunk of junk ass truck obviously ain't safe. And I ain't paying you a penny more because you need me. You wanted me to help you do, I don't know, what can I say? Do your job. I'll say it right now, dude. I will hang the phone up on you. I don't care about Blitz week. I don't pay people extra for that. That ain't my problem. You don't want to be out there. Don't be out there. I'm the same way with Christmas. I ain't paying you $50 more for Christmas. You don't want to work Christmas? Don't fucking pick up the phone, man. What kind of stupid stuff is this? Like, so there's my a-hole moment for the week.
My point is you're going to see. My point is the traditional capacity crunch because people who know that they're out of whack.
I've never seen that, to be honest with you, John. Crazy enough, the only thing I've ever seen is people on higher rates. I've never dealt with the capacity crunch during any type of blitz. Never have. I will definitely say that. I've seen the higher rates. That's all I ever get is the higher rates.
That market.
Huh?
it's going to be murder on the flatbed market.
I could see that, bro. I could see it because I hate to say, I will hate saying this isn't anything against flatbed guys because I know most of them are safe. I think that it's just like an inevitability of open deck freight. A lot, dude. Those things are just OSHA violations on 18 wheels.
Listen, if you have a strap come loose en route and you happen to not catch it before you get stopped for the inspection, you're nailed.
Bro, I ran flatbed freight for 3 weeks when I was trying to get off the road once with Night Refrigerated, and it was running rock for a quarry. And I straight up left that job and went back to Night Refrigerated because I couldn't do it, dude. Within that 3 weeks, I think I got pulled over once every week at least for something different. Like, I didn't know this here in Texas. I don't think the law has changed, but on the flatbed we didn't have a headache rack. So in Texas at the time, the first set of pallets or whatever it is, the first thing at the front of your trailer, if you don't have a headache rack, it has to have minimum 2 straps or chains that meet the weight requirement for whatever the thing is that it's holding down. And I didn't know that. I just thrown chains over because it was little light pallets of gravel rock. And so yeah, never do flatbed freight. I would never do flatbed freight again. This is too much.
I love it.
Dude.
I love
flatbed. I mean, as a driver, I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't have no one to train me. I was like, oh, this is easy. You just throw straps and chains.
I think that's where your most skilled drivers are.
I agree with that.
100%.
I agree with that. Yes.
Dude.
Yeah.
Especially when you get into oversize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 100%.
But it's like, it just, I meant to touch on it earlier and I didn't get a chance to because, everything going on with work, but I think by and large, a lot of the non-domiciled and the ELP violations were in the flatbed area because of what has happened to flatbed capacity in the last 45 to 60 days. Just for instance, I just got 2 emails from customers with multiple loads going in the same lane, just begging for trucks. Let us know what you can put up. Let us know what you can do. Give us a call. We need to get this stuff moved. With spot rated if you have to, get it gone.
So let me ask you this, Adam, because I'm sure maybe Lancer has the data. So with the regulated trucks, flatbeds, drive-in, with the capacity being removed from those, that sector, did we see a shift from that sector into the non-regulated sector, meaning the under 10,000 pound straight trucks and cargo vans?
It's not so much any company,
did that grow
that has that data,
shrunk?
but the data is out there. The MCs that have been applied for Sprinter vans have gone up dramatically.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount of Sprinter capacity that is currently out there right now has gone up dramatically. I can post a Sprinter van load and I'll have 75 emails in under 10 minutes.
And you don't have to have an MC number on the Sprinter van anyway.
Not on the outside.
I won't book the load with you if you don't. Sorry.
No, you're 100% right. Because you're under 10,000 pounds, you don't have to have the ELD. You don't have to have the DOT number on the side of the car. Or the truck rather. It's insane.
It is the Wild West.
Dale Prax and 6 others are going to be meeting in DC in a couple of weeks to talk to FMCSA about a whole host of issues, and I believe that's one of them that's coming up.
I've always said
they need to treat, if you're a commercial vehicle, no matter what size, no matter what weight, you're under commercial rules.
You got to have an MC number because you can go across state lines with an unbranded van, right, and run freight. But I've always said that. I've said this for over 10 years that Sprinter vans. Because I came from the world from Expeditors, right? The Panthers of the world, load ones, that's the word I came from, and because we were heavy into the Sprinter van world, right? Because we did so much with automotive, and I've always said. Like I said, for over 10 years, the Sprinter vans, if you're in commerce and you're going to cross state lines running freight, you need to be regulated. Not, maybe not ELDs and all that, maybe, but because it's a different type of vehicle, but you still got to have, bear the MC number, and maybe subject to some fuel tax. I don't know.
We pay enough taxes Taxation.
Well,
is
no, I know
not-
that. Yeah, no, I don't like taxes either. I mean, we shouldn't have any taxes, right? In my opinion, but no, I mean, I'm just saying that they need to be. That industry needs to be more regulated and put under a magnifying glass than what it is today.
Oh, 100%. You got. I mean,
Absolutely,
go down the
absolutely.
rabbit hole of Logic Incorporated. Just Google or don't Google. Go on LinkedIn and search for the Logic Incorporated story and the spider web of sister companies, and they're all based out of Asheville, North Carolina.
Well, I can tell you exactly who that is.
I'm
Yeah.
just
Got a feeling who that is.
go down the
One of
spider
our
web.
employees
man.
work
Like,
for the guy.
I will not book loads with Logic Incorporated. Period. They email me all the time. I say thank you, but I will not use Logic Incorporated because you go look. I mean, the lease agreements are non-binding. They don't have proper insurance. It's just no.
So you're
good, thanks.
you're saying Logic, right?
Yes,
Yeah. So does it show who the owner is?
I probably if I went to look them up,
Yeah.
but
Look them up.
it's
Look
just
at-
one of
I'm-
those
I'm
things
curious.
that I just there's too many options out there to use somebody like that all of their carriers are lease operators, and that's a recipe for disaster.
Mm-hmm.
It is, especially when they let them run under their own DOT number and all this. It's double brokering. At the end of the day, it's double brokering. It's illegal brokerage. There are rules. There's a regulation out there, 49 CFR 376.12. That is what lays down the law as far as what you are supposed to do in a lease relationship. And I've ruffled so many feathers where I work now because I have really hammered that home, and it's knocked out a good 20% of their capacity because of it. But it is necessary. It is absolutely necessary, especially from a liability standpoint.
Logic. Let's see. Well, let me see here.
Anyway, so guess we can wind this down here. I have to. So I got a bid a 7-drop cross country load. So yeah. I haven't won anything with these people yet, man. I keep trying to, but I know my rates are they're just high, man. You know what I mean? So and funny enough, who was it that posted this? Oh, Jimmy. Jimmy posted about needing a van with a lift gate, and I was like, I told him about a food customer that I have that they have freight coming out the ass, but most of the stuff they use is reefer lift gates, and that's what this customer is. It's like I told Jimmy, I was like, bro, when I find a polka dotted unicorn, I'll sure as hell let you know what pasture they're in, because like any 53-foot trailer with a lift gate is so hard to find on the open market, bro. Like
No,
they're
it's not.
just dude, I've never found one. Never found
Call
on the open
me.
market. I've had to call carriers that specialize in stuff that they use lift gates, but I've never found one like using a DAT search or putting it on the
Call
board or
me.
any of that shit. Well, okay, well, I'll call you and find out.
We've got 53 lift gates. I've got blankets. I've got strap. We do concert tours.
Well,
man.
this customer's reefer, but Jimmy needs the vans. He needs
reefer. I'm out.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy needs the 53 van, so I will tell Jimmy Durden to call you because he does need
The truck it guy.
Yeah, truck it, man. I love Jimmy. It's my boy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll start with you, the real Mr. Spencer. What you got for us, bro?
Nothing. I'm just here. Just trying to make it through another week. It's gonna be good. We'll make it. I have faith that this is all going to get ironed out eventually. We just don't know when.
Yeah. Hold on, Jay. I'll pull it back on a minute. I know. I don't know when it's going to get fucking ironed out either. I mean, it's an absolute shit show. Yes, everybody go buy JR's new book, Frozen Freight Iron Reach, on Amazon. We're gonna have JR on the show on the lounge in June sometime. I'm just waiting on our new sponsor to tell me what day they want so I can start booking other guests.
Nice.
Sometimes Chad, what you got for me, bro?
Y'all stay grinding.
Stay positive, spread positive, and as always, keep the PMA.
I love it. Mr. Doible broker, dude, that is never going to get old. I'm sorry, bro. That shit is never going to live. Mr. Doible broker bounty hunter. What's up, Mr. Cantera? What you got?
In about 2 hours, we have my show, the TikTok Diner. And today we have Telly Arnold of the Box Truck Hustle podcast, who's going to be pitching a new platform that she created called Straight Connect. So we have that coming today, noon Eastern.
I kind of know Telly. She's we're connected on Facebook. She's a cool lady, smart lady, man. I haven't talked to her in a while, but I like Telly. Yeah, she's cool. I think she lives in Houston, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. I think she's here in Texas. Anyway, Mr. Squire, what you got, bro? Cephas?
Just living the dream. No, just everybody be safe out there, and hope to see you at the Large Cars and Guitars show next weekend. Everybody go and subscribe to the Doible Bounty Hunter podcast, and also go to Road Dog Coffee podcast on YouTube. Subscribe on that or Facebook. I promise you, it's gonna get better down the road. It's gonna get better.
I think it's great. I think it's
you
great.
do?
Jay, this podcast is fire, bro. JR, you're going to be at Large Cars, JR, in Bristol. This podcast is great, dude. This is awesome.
Just come over and hang out with the coffee and cigar booth. I mean, have a lot of stuff going on.
Talk to Tim. That's his name, right? Tim. Okay.
He's dead. I thought about.
I want to do Hunter and I want to do an interview with him at Large Cars, and we want to get him on the show. We want to get him on the podcast.
Well, it's going to be hard for him to get him on the show on the coffee podcast because of the time.
We can still get him on the lounge, and you can come on with him.
Yeah.
We'll do it because that's afternoon, and we can do it every day he wants. Like Hunter and I can do it every day he wants.
Yeah, we can do that, and but yeah, we'll definitely be interviewing him, and because like I said, he's going to be hanging out some, and with us signing bags and stuff like that. So he's a good dude, man. Really good dude.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. I can't wait.
Yeah.
To bounce off of that, no, JR, you got to come if you can, bro. Like if you can fit into your schedule. And I'm about to talk about it right now. So bounce off of what Spencer's saying. Next week in Bristol, Tennessee, Large Cars and Guitars. Number 5, put on by our good friend Tony Justice, with a whole bunch of amazing sponsors that he has. I cannot remember the food one, Spencer, but like Bennett Family of Companies, they're a big one. Spencer with Road Dog Coffee, he's a sponsor of it. So
and Road Dog Cigar.
And Road Dog Cigar, everything Road Dog. Okay, if it's Road Dog and Spencer owns it, they're fucking sponsored. Does that cover it all? Does that cover it? Does that cover it, Spencer? I love you so much. I can't wait to see you so I could slap you upside the head in person again, man. I love you. I miss abusing you, bro.
That's right.
All right, so Bristol, Tennessee next week. It is May 8th and 9th. That's Friday and Saturday. Hope to see everybody out there. It's a really great show. Tons of amazing trucks. He's going to have. I keep forgetting the guy's name. Dukesen has a guy, John. What's his name?
John Snyder's the headline of that too.
John Snyder. He's a headline of music act. Is going to be playing there. I'm sure Tony will play. I have a fill-in Long Haul Paul be there playing some stuff. Awesome, a lot of awesome stuff going on. Light show, bunch of charity event stuff. Very, very few vendors. I want to say that it is not a vendor heavy show. This is really geared towards just showing off some really cool trucks and drivers and people in our industry being together.
And they're going to have, depending on where we're set up, we're still kind of working through that with Tony. They're going to have the General Lee. It's going to be out there, and Tim's bringing the Trans Am. So he's going to have the band's car out there, and the General Lee's going to be out there, and there's going to be some other vintage cars up there at the front. But yeah, so if anybody's in North Carolina or close to North Carolina, May 16th in Randleman, North Carolina, you've got the annual Randleman Cruise-In. It's a huge vintage car show. Richie Petty usually comes out to do autographs, but Tim's going to be there to band it. We're going to be set up under a canopy. hanging out with Tim again the following weekend with the Bandit car. And I think John Schneider may be at that show as well with the General Lee. He may be at that show as well.
Well, there, and that is in North Carolina the week after next. The week after next, May 16th. So, but anyway, there you go. Large Cars Guitars, folks. That's the main drive next week. So make sure you get out there to that. And let me see what we got. We have nothing tomorrow for the Logistics Lounge. No show. Next Wednesday, though, we are going to do a Truck to What Wednesday, Large Cars and Guitars edition. So freestyle. If you want to come and hang out with us, we're just going to talk about, what we're doing the weekend, just BS around, maybe try to get Tony on, really trying to see if I can make that happen. Some other folks that are going to be at the show, talk about that, just hang out and have a good time. So that'll be next Wednesday, 4 Central, 5 Eastern. You guys got anything else before we get off here?
No.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.